Hello, Team video. Today we're gonna take a look at the Garchomp in the Hisui Cup. I kind of wanted to try something more funnier for the final video of this kind of cup here, as Garchomp was actually a Pokemon that I used already last time the Hisui Cup was around. It worked out pretty well, and I tried it out here again, and it was pretty alright. Like, it didn't went too crazy, to be honest. Like, this team also has some flaws sometimes. For example, like sometimes, I mean, it's actually kind of balanced still, but it's the problem with like the team comps that are around in this cup. While this team is balanced on paper, there are a lot of times like teams that have double ice or like double ghost in the back, and double ghost with like the Frostless and the Drifblim is pretty decent against this team. There are like just a lot of team comps that just hardwall this team here, which is kind of unfortunate, which happens quite sometimes, but I still had fun playing it. I still had fun playing something different than like what everybody else uses here with the Garchomp. This Garchomp is actually a hardwall to Bastion, being able to resist all the moves here, which is pretty nice. So we can go for another Sand Tomb here, trying to put this thing low, and maybe we can farm it all the way down now actually, which is kind of cool. Much him down all the way as we see the what's it called, the Drifblim coming back in here. We go for one Outrage and boom, Drifblim is gone. Basically the thing what you do here, like usually people run the Dragon Tail on Garchomp. You can also run the Dragon Tail. I opted to go for the Mud Shot, but like it really depends on what you prefer. In my opinion, Mud Shot and Sand Tomb is a little bit better, as well also against like those dark poison types here, where at least I can get a one shield from those. And I'm gonna be able to at least do some nice damage. They're still gonna be able to realign, which is gonna be a little bit problematic, but maybe we can do something with our Gastron in the back later on, as they're gonna go ahead, go for one charge move, which is gonna be the Aqua Tail. It's fine for me, and I can now go into my own Gastrodon while they're going to their Gastrodon. And we have a shield advantage here in this matchup, which is kind of nice, but they have a slight energy advantage, which gonna make them get to the move a little faster, and we're gonna throw our Body Slam now as well. Of course, we have to kind of win this matchup here, as we have to hope that they have nothing good against us in the back, basically. And we will see they have a Skunking in the back, which seems good on paper right now. But as you might see already, the switch talk isn't up. I cannot swap out, and I have to go for another charge move here. And yeah, this is kind of unfortunate, as this Bastion will not be able to KO the Gastrodon from this range yet. This is a little bit too high in terms of HP, as all my moves are resisted. We are not going to be able to win this game, just barely here by 1 HP on my opponent's Gastrodon. But wait, we still have our own Gastrodon, which makes it at least a tie here, which is okay for me. Like, after I think the worst possible lead there, it's kind of fine, as we see a Drapion in the lead here against us with a Bite again. So many Bite users all of a sudden. I mean, this is the same trend that we saw last time as well. I'm most likely also going to play already some similar teams for the rest of this cup, because I also kind of want to just get my battles done quickly, as we go ahead, go for one Outrage against this Abomas now, and they can farm us down, but at least we got a one shield here. We can go back into our Bastion here, go straight for one Flamethrower, and we should be able to KO this thing before they can get to another move, as we will see what they're gonna have in the back, and it's gonna be the Gastrodon. They have like kinda weird team where you rely on your lead, basically. You usually stay in the lead, and then you have a perfect core in the back. That's basically what they're going for with their team. Very interesting. We are still in like higher elo ranges here, like over 3000 elo, which is kind of nice, as this is like mainly the range where most people want to be right now, like trying to hit legends still. Actually kind of need to do another poll on YouTube. Maybe you saw it already. We have to see about like what your ranking is right now. You can also say it in the comment section right now. What's your rank right now? Like, what is your goal for this season still? Do you still need to hit legend? Do you want to hit legend? Are you fine with the rank you are right now? It's always like really depends. Like, it's a lot of times like where people get pressured over, I have to hit legend. Like, it's also totally fine if you're fine with the rank you are right now. Like, stressing about a game is usually not the ideal scenario anyway. But yeah, whatever everybody wants to do. We've seen Electrode again. Electrode is definitely the most covered Pokemon in this entire like what's called in the entire cup for YouTube. Like, I've seen at least 10 videos about Hisui and Electrode, mine included. So like, it's kind of obvious that a lot of people are gonna play this, as my opponent has a Licky here. Licky has access to the Earthquake, but they have Shadow Ball here, which we actually pretty easily survive, which is nice. We can go ahead, go for one Stone Edge, gonna put them very low, and we can farm all the way down, which is very nice for us, as we will see what they're gonna go back into. They're gonna go into A Gallade, which is horrible for this team because Gallade basically destroys everything in terms of charge moves. We see here, of course, the matchup against Garchomp is not the best either. We're gonna go ahead and bait here against the Electrode. Hopefully we're gonna get the shield. We will not gonna get the shield. And we just gonna shield this one up now. And it doesn't really look too good, to be honest. It's gonna come down to the wire. We're gonna go ahead, go for another Phantom here, trying to get some shields from my opponent. We are still not able to get some shields here. Can we at least farm down, maybe get to some Sandtubes against the other Pokemon? We are not able to farm down. They can just KO me here. And at this point, this looks pretty rough, as we have to swap onto their charge move, which didn't work out either. They still get to another move here. And we will lose this game because they still have 2 shields. And they can just go for one move that they have right now, which is gonna be the Leaf Blade, which is gonna be super effective. I'm really looking at Gallade right now. I'm really hoping that we're gonna get the no XL level 4 team Ultra League back again, also with like no legendaries. It's still my favorite cup. Like, Gallade was so much fun in this cup, and I think it's gonna be even cooler nowadays because there are gonna be more Pokemon available. We're gonna get the community day for the Obstagoon soon, which is gonna be a core breaker for the Trevenant and Roaring core. Like, there's gonna be so much coming up for this, which might be really cool, but we have to see as my opponent goes for an undercharged Ice Event against us, so they can get some more energy, which is, I guess, a smart move. As we go straight into our Bastion and farm this thing all the way down. Bastion doesn't care about your flying type here. Shadow Ball does nothing, and we can just farm it all the way down, as we swap immediately into our Gastrodon against the Lucario, which is still a little bit locked into this, as we put him into a range where I can even farm this thing down with just my Bastiodon, as they go into their own Gastrodon. And Bastiodon and Gastrodon are very similar words, as they go ahead and go for one more move here, going for one Body Slam. I have to go for my Body Slam as well now, I think. Don't think I actually get to the Earth Power. Okay, this is huge. I need to get to the Earth Power here. Earth Power comes through, boom, putting it into 1 HP range. And can we farm down this Lucario? Yes, we can. They cannot get to another move in time. And we win this game here as well, as we see the next opponent with another Licky in the lead. Again, this thing has also access to Earthquake, which is gonna be sometimes a little bit of a problem. I think Licky is also one of the best Pokemon that you can run in the current meta, just because of the better second charge move, with most likely the Earthquake, as the Munchlax only has Bulldoze, even though Munchlax is a slightly better stat product than Licky. Licky also has the cool Wi-Fi symbol on the chest thingy there. That's also looking very stylish, as we can go for some more Stone Edges here, as we get the shield, and we can swap into our Garchomp, trying to catch an Earthquake. To be honest, didn't work out. We can catch at least a Body Slam, but yeah, we will see here the Body Slam coming through. We can go for another, we tried to go for a Phantom, didn't work out because my opponent apparently is a spammier than a Swampert. So we're gonna go ahead and farm this thing down now at least. Finally the Licky is gone. Hi Toxicroak. Yeah, this doesn't look too good here. At least we can swap out now. And we see a Frostless coming in, and this is a good game. What am I supposed to do here anymore? Like, yeah, there's not a lot that I can do. They go for the Shadow Ball, correct play. I can go for the Earth Power, as they're gonna go, and yeah, we're not gonna be able to win this game. I actually thought that my Bastion just had that little HP. I thought it was still in the yellow health when I swapped out. Oh no, maybe something fishy was there, but it's fine. We win, we lose this game. That's totally okay. As we see, the hardest counter to the team, of course, is an opposing Gastrodon, as we go into our own Gastrodon, trying to go for the Body Slam, but we are out of sync because he swapped out, which is still completely inconsistent if you get an extra move in or not. So a very cool game. Else we see the Drapion coming in here. We can go for one Body Slam, getting a shield already, and go for another Body Slam, can we get another shield here, hopefully. As we can get this shield, and we can farm this thing all the way down, and it is fine for me. I can go straight into my Bastiodon, as I'm gonna try to sweep this end game here now with my Garchomp, of course, as we have to go immediately into this thing. We see the Gastrodon coming in from my opponent, and then they're gonna go for a charge move here. We're gonna shield this up. I expect them to have another, yeah, exactly, another Bite user in the back. We go ahead, go for one big Outrage, boom, and this thing is gone. And we see the next one, Gastrodon, coming in, going for another big Outrage, and boom. winning the game here with a nice Garchomp sweep at the end game there. Very, very nice. As we see the next opponent having the Hisui and Electrode in the lead here, as we can go just straight for some Stone Edges, or actually like rather flamethrower as it's super effective. We try to catch the move again because of the electric moves are of course double resisted on, or actually it's actually triple resisted on the Garchomp. As we get a shield there against the Drift Bloom with a nice bait, we're gonna go ahead and shield this Icy Wind up as well, as we're gonna be able to hit another Outrage, which was a mistake. I should have just let the move go through. I don't know why I shielded this, because this doesn't KO still. And this is a problem actually with this team as well. I really wish there was like something like a Shadow Garchomp. A Shadow Garchomp in Great League would be way better, because you would be able to KO stuff like the Drift Bloom, and a lot of times just Garchomp didn't have enough power actually behind it to KO stuff with one hit, which is kind of difficult. As you see here, a Gliscor, and this is actually a funny story. Well, we're gonna get completely wrecked here. I didn't want to use the Gliscor. I thought of using the Gliscor before, then I realized, oh no, Empoleon gonna be way worse of a matchup, so I swapped back into the Gastrodon. What does the game do to me? It gave me back the Gliscor, even though my team that I also like put in there then later on had still the Gastrodon on it. They just it just swapped it automatically for one game into it. But I also had like an error message before the game, so I guess it was like the reason for it. But yeah, here we actually won because of the Gliscor. Gliscor is a little bit better against stuff like the Gastrodon itself or some fighting types, so I think Gliscor also has a lot of play, but I would then run the Probopass in the lead instead, because Probopass is a little bit better against the Empoleons. So just like if you want to run Gliscor, run Probopass lead. Maybe I'm just gonna play this team as well, like later on, like Probopass lead and the Garchomp Save Swap with Gliscor in the back looks like a funny team to me. As we see Magmortar here. Speaking of funny, very cool team, or like very cool Pokemon. As we see the Wormadam coming in there, and I make a crucial mistake here just because I just literally didn't pay attention whatsoever on the match. I let this move go through here for whatever reason. I shouldn't have done this, but it doesn't really matter at the end game anyway, but like it would have made it all a little bit easier, because now it's kind of scary. But yeah, the Magmortar has not a single move that can hit the Gastrodon. I had so much energy, I don't know why I didn't shield this. It was definitely my mistake. I just didn't pay attention, as they're gonna go ahead, go for one Thunderbolt, which doesn't do enough to KO me or like put me even into range of farm down there, as they gonna have to eat the Stone Edge and lose the game there. As we see a Bastion in the lead. Against a Bastion in the lead again, you're just gonna farm up extra energy here. You're just gonna farm up until the opponent throws. When they throw, you can swap out. We had 100 energy. Fine for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and swap out now into my Garchomp. Our entire team is good against Bastion, and there's literally no reason to stay in, as we can go for one big Outrage here and boom, putting it at half health. I actually should shield this. Yeah, I shield this up, which is nice. They go for Grass Knot. That's weird, because that's super risky if I didn't shield there. Like, I was not sure if I wanted to shield. This would be a really bad play. We're gonna go ahead, go for one Sand Tomb, gonna get the shield there. And now we're gonna let this move go through for whatever reason. It's now a Moonblast. Very weird play by my opponent, very risky play by my opponent, but it is fine. As we can go ahead, go for another Stone Edge here. Let's see what they're gonna have in the back. Hopefully it's not so weak for the Gastrodon. I hope it's pretty decent here. And it's a Gliscor, and at this point of time I think I can just forfeit, to be honest, because of what am I supposed to do here again? I'm gonna be able to... Actually, I still played this out. I don't know, like... Gliscor usually a pretty decent answer for the Gastrodon. We actually shield the correct move, but they have still a shield left, so they're gonna use it here right now. But I guess it's gonna be maybe endgame a Bastion against Bastion beatdown. We have to see there. They're gonna go ahead, go for the Night Slash. Don't KO me actually. I can still get to one Body Slam, which is nice. And now we might be able to easily win this actually, because we can farm this thing down now for one more turn. We still have so much energy, and we are like higher on HP, as we are now basically at a similar state there. We should be fine, I think. Well, it's gonna come down to the wire, as those last 20 seconds of this video are gonna be a very nice fast move beatdown between two Bastion. Very nice there. We see the Flamethrower coming in. Amazing gameplay. What a nice one. We gonna see another Flamethrower. I wonder if my opponent gonna go for a Flamethrower afterwards. They will not, because I still gonna win the game before. And this gonna be it with the video. Thanks for watching. See you next video. Have a great rest of your day.